Hi, I'm Kip Cuterball. I'd like to introduce you to my sons.
I'm Jason. And I'm Jamie. Welcome to the Aviar Golf Academy.
Get it.
Part one of a successful backswing. So we're going to look at Dustin Johnson here on the gear system, and we have him right now with the club parallel to the ground in his takeaway. So if we just take note to a couple things that his body is doing, we're going to notice that his shoulders have already turned about 30 degrees and his hips have only turned 18. So in other words, the rotation of our shoulders and our hips don't necessarily work a one-to-one ratio of working the exact same amount. We're normally going to be dominated by a little more shoulder turn. The hips are kind of staying patient as we take the club back. One of the most common things that golfers look at in today's day and age, where people are always going to look at their golf swing, they're always looking for the club to travel on plane. What I want to try to shed light on in the 3D system is actually more of your arm plane, or what I would call elbow plane. So we'd see Dustin Johnson swinging the club obviously on his plane. The club is actually a little bit up and above in the takeaway, but if I could show you the manner of how his arms work. So we have the swing plane illustrated here, but as I take that away, we're going to see this single line here, and that is a line drawn up from the ground through his right elbow. And you will see that his golf club is traveling fine on plane, but his right arm and elbow track completely along this white line. And then as he begins his journey going down, I'll click on play right here, you're going to see that the elbow just naturally drops down beneath that elbow plane line that it was on the way back. So what this is, in its simplest term, it's width in the backswing. So a lot of golfers try to keep their right arm close to their body as they take it straight back. So if you think about that, the right arm would start immediately underneath the elbow plane, which can cause a lot of lack of power, and it can throw off the rotational aspects to your backswing. Okay, talking about the third part of a successful backswing that's going to help you have power and accuracy. When looking at Dustin Johnson's golf swing, we're going to talk about lead arm, or for a right-handed golfer like myself, the left arm adduction angle. In other words, we are measuring where this left arm moves in relation to our shoulders, whether it's moving in towards it or it's moving away. So there's been some arguments on whether it should move a certain amount in a backswing or whether it should move a lot. I think the most common sense approach is look at really good golf swings, number one. And number two, understand that rotation has to occur with the adduction. So when we're looking at Dustin Johnson's golf swing here, from above, we'll be able to measure that really clearly. So the left arm at address is almost at 90. So in other words, the left arm is about perpendicular to our shoulders. As he takes the club to the top of his backswing, God damn it.
I think you can cut that if you need to. So.
When we get to the top of Dustin Johnson's backswing, the left arm is at 56 degrees. In other words, it has moved 34 degrees in towards his chest. Of course, it hasn't moved just in, it has gone up as well, but it's moved in 34 degrees. As he moves down in the downswing, a downswing time of 0.28 seconds, the left arm gets unloaded, and at impact, it's at 98 degrees. In other words, it has been undone, and it is 8 degrees ahead of where it was at address position. So in that small window of time, it's gone from 34 degrees across him to 8 degrees in front. So that's a considerable amount of movement in the body and the rotation in a very small window of time. So I do believe that adduction can occur on a backswing with rotation. If you see amateur golfers having no rotation in their takeaway and a left arm that's doing nothing but move in, we of course have a problem, and we wouldn't be looking at this golf swing. So I hope that this has been helpful for you guys to understand a little more about the golf swing. I hope that you've been interested in seeing Gears technology. Thanks a lot for watching.